Hi angels, welcome back to another resin video. So in this video we're going to be making a resin coaster. So I got this mold from Amazon. I'll leave the link down in the description box down below, but it was only $9. So I was like, oh, that's cool, why not try it out? I haven't seen a ton of people make these, so I was like, why not? And I got it in the shape of hearts. They have tons of different shapes, but the hearts seem so cute. So now I'm just mixing up my pigments. Also, I got these from Amazon as well. I'm going to show you guys in a second what I'm using. That's how it's looking. So it comes with 4 coasters and a container for the coasters. So these are the pigments that I'm using. All of them are from Amazon. Yep. And the glitters, I got it in a kit for tumblers. But I finished making all of my tumblers, so why not use it? Because the glitters, I don't want it to just be sitting around. So I'm spraying a little bit of some alcohol into the pigments that I already mixed, just to get rid of some of the bubbles. And now I'm just going to mix it up again. In both of them. The whites, there's not a lot of bubbles in the whites, so I really don't need to mix it up. And I also have some clear resin at the side, just sitting out. Oh, my voice sounds so awful. So then I'm starting around the edge, a little bit of the pinkish, goldish color. And I'm going in with the purple. I should pour down more. This is not really a good step to do it, but I should fill it up more. I don't know what I was doing. But eventually, I got a handle of it. Sorry about all the noise outside, but the wind is blowing. It feels really good, and I don't want to close my window. Keep going around, repeating the steps over and over again. And now it's time for some clear resin. I'm going to pour it directly into the center of it. So this one is going in with more clear resin. No, my hand is in the way. Maybe you see this one. All of that is the ocean wave paint. It's not paint, pigment I got all over my hand. So that's why it's all white. And I'm going in with more pink because there's some spot that I miss. Making sure I got all of the edges. Then now I'm realizing that I need more clear pigments. So putting some in a cup. Where am I disappearing to? And I'm pouring it directly into the center. And that's it. Well, that's not it, but yeah. For this one, it was leaning more towards one side, and the other side, it wasn't filled up all the way. So I was trying to see maybe if I tilted a certain way, then maybe if I could even it out, but that wasn't really working. So now with my glitters, I'm just going to put it directly where I placed the clear resin. I have my gold glitter, and then I have my little gold hearts as well. All of it directly into the center. Sometimes I pour it a lot, sometimes not enough. Now I'm just going to be mixing it up, trying to get it to the center, because right now it's just sitting on top of the resin. I need it to be in the center, not just laying down in the center. Trying to see, maybe not get everything to stick up. And I didn't want to mix all of the colors into the center as well, so hopefully it looks good. So that's how it's looking. And I still have my white, so I'm just going to be going around in some squiggly, if that makes sense. This is just the last layer that we're going to be doing. Squiggly. And voila, that's how they're looking. And I still have a little bit of some pigment left over. So I'm trying to see if I could fill it in. I was totally forgetting about the last mold that I had to be filling it up as well. But when I was starting to gather up all of my stuff, and I was like, oh my god, I forgot this mold. Thank goodness I didn't do anything else with it. So now I'm just moving everything to the center. Putting in there more pink. And then adding in there a little bit more white in the center for all of these. Not white, clear resin I mean. Poured a little clear resin into the center. And now what is next? I'm going to spray a little bit of some 99% ibuprofen alcohol. Just to get rid of some of the bubbles. If there's any bubbles there, they shall disappear. Now it's time for the last tray. The last container, whatever you want to call it. So these are all of the colors that I mix. It's the same colors that I use for the coasters. So I'm just putting it in there, mixing up all of my colors. And some of it was spilled into the side. So I just scoop it up a little bit. And some of it was running over at the edges. So I scoop it up as well and just put it into the mold. Because obviously we don't want to be wasting anything. Now I'm going over there with some pink. And then I'm going to do some white. And then some clear resin until it's filled all the way up to the top. Dun, 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 dun. Going over there with my little purple. Now, final layer. Well, not the final layer, because we still need to go over it with some white. With some clear resin. But this is just the white. Making sure I fill everything out. Then some clear resin. There wasn't a lot, but I had some mixed up. And I filled it all the way up to the center of... I filled it all the way up. I don't think I had any more resin left over. So that was pretty cool. Hopefully these turned out great. One can only hope and pray. But they look so cool. And you can see that some of the resin is kind of running over to the side. I should have tilted to a different angle, but it's fine. Making sure I scoot every piece of resin out of every container because I don't want to be wasting anything. So that's what I'm doing, making sure that I get at the bottom of the cup and pour it into the mold. And cleaning up the edges a little bit. And then pouring some clear resin into the center. And that's it. I'm just going to let it sit and let it dry for a full 24 hours. So I'm going to show you guys a little overview of how everything's looking. So after a few minutes, I keep on checking up on the resin because obviously just in case there's bubbles. And look, a fly fell into it, into one of the little coasters. So with my little stick, I just pick it up and then just put it to the side. And then nothing else happened. I kept on watching it just in case if there's anything else that's going to fly in because I had my windows open. But nothing else happened. There was no bubbles. Everything looks good. But I can't believe that a fly just flew in and it just fell into the resin. That's so crazy. Okay, so now it's been more than 24 hours. Well, it's 24 hours. I'm not popping them out of the mold. None of them look the exact same. Sometimes the white is scattered around. Sometimes it's just in one place. But all of it just looks pretty good. So now I decided to paint the edge of it gold. This gold I got from Amazon. I'll leave the link down in the description box down below. So I'm just painting the edges. And after I finish painting all of the edges, I'm just going to let it sit and dry for 24 hours. I'm pretty sure paint don't take that long to dry. But the center part of all of these coasters is not fully dry yet. So I'm going to come back and check in 24 hours to see if it's fully hardened. Because it was kind of bending. Well, not kind of bending, but it was bending. I just want to make sure that it's good. So that's what I'm saying, 24 hours. So by the time the resin piece is dry, obviously the paint is dry and it's good to go. And if I need to paint over it again, I'll paint over it. But it looks pretty good. And that piece, a little bit of some resin ran over. And I actually paint the extra scrap of resin, but I can just cut that off. But this is how they look close up, and yeah, that's it. Okay, so this is in the morning. Everything is dried, and this is how they're all looking. And this part is fully dried as well. It's good. Start popping these down. So this is how it looks in the sun. Gorgeous. Thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. And hopefully I will see you guys in my next video. Toodaloo!